Hey guys, Stitching May here. Just going to do my February update. Not a lot of whip progress, but I'll go ahead and show you. And then I've got a bit of a haul, but just remember when you see it, my last video was early in not early, but mid-January. So some of this is from the end of January and February. So I didn't buy all this, like, it was kind of a big spurt of purchases and then I just stopped. But anyway, I'll start off with my whip progress. I'll show you Starry Night first. Haven't gotten a lot more done on it. I don't know that I don't know. I may not have gotten any done since the last video. But I've just been working on this blue on this one page. And it has come to my attention that I will not finish this by the end of the year like I had originally wanted to, which is fine. I'm glad I realized it now instead of, worrying about it. But I'll still plug away. But there Starry Night is. It's still probably my second favorite whip. I say second favorite because Emerald Dragonfly has completely become my favorite whip. I wasn't going to even do the Mirabilia at first. And then I saw that Nora Corbett kind of had some designs that I liked, and I decided I would do hers. I know this is technically not a Mirabilia, but it does have the little Mirabilia stamp on it, so I counted it. Nobody else said it was an issue, so. But I finished this wing except for the back stitching, which was my goal this month. And I'll finish up the back stitching tonight and probably go ahead and work on the third wing. And my goal is to do a wing each month. So that'll be March, April, and then finish the beading in May, hopefully. So hopefully I'll be done by May. That's kind of my tentative goal. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it that fast, that far. But there that is. And those are the only two whips that I worked on this month. But I do have 2 starts and 2 finishes. 2 unscheduled starts, as I call them, because I knew I would have them. I had a friend who had a baby, and they're doing their nursery in Monsters Inc. So I stitched this up for them. Got piece of paper covering the details. But and then I got this frame at Michael's and stuck it in there for him. I thought that this turquoise frame kind of fit in with the co-star Sully. And so I did this pattern. It was a lot of fun. This green took forever, and I don't know that I ever care to see 907 Parrot Green DMC again. Oh, it drove me crazy. But that's it. Nothing too special, nothing too fancy. And then I had a coworker who decided to elope, and I made a wedding sampler for them. Another start and finish. So now I have 2 finishes for 2015. But there that is. This was by Snow Diaries, I want to say. Seems like there's Snowflower Diaries. I don't know. I'll have to look it up, and I'll try to put a link in the description at some point. But there that is. And I did include their names down here at the bottom that's covered. And I'm not going to frame this one because I asked the lady if she wanted me to put it in a frame or if she wanted to have it matted, and she wanted to have it matted, but she kind of wanted to pick out her own frame. So, there that one is. Snowflower Diaries. That's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. It was a freebie, but it's no longer a freebie. When I got the pattern, it was a freebie. But that's the only stitching I did this month. I'm telling myself that it's because it's a short month and not that I was just completely slacking on my stitching. I did get 2 finishes. I think I told somebody that if you got 2 finishes in a month, you can't complain about your stitching, your speed of stitching. So I've got 2 finishes, so I'm not going to complain. But that's all that I did as far as whips go, were those, that little bit on those 2. Now on to the haul. I went to the thrift store like right after I did my video, the last video, not the stand video, but the last update video. And I spent about $6 or $7, I want to say. And I got some fabric, just some plain quilting fabric. It's Cars themed, like the Disney Cars themed, and I'm going to try to make something for my son with that. And then I got some sewing cards for a coworker's daughter. So then I did get some stitchy stuff, and that price did include the fabric and the sewing cards. But I got these 2 wooden hoops. Nothing special. I don't even know what brand they are. Loving Touch brand from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Never heard of them. Just plain, simple wooden hoops. And then some random magazines. Wait, no, that's not that. That's something different. Some random magazines. This one I got because they've got a pattern on here that says, my kitchen is spiced. My kitchen is seasoned with a spice called love. And I got that one because my sister and I are always telling each other that, or telling my son that we sprinkled love on his food when we cook it. So I thought that was perfect to, you know, to give to her, to stitch and put up in the kitchen, since we always say that. And then just the Raggedy Ann pattern, nothing special. What is this one? Cross Stitch magazine. Cross Stitcher magazine. Cross Stitcher. And Cross Stitcher. Nothing special. I like that bird pattern, that birdhouse pattern. And then I did find that on Dory Cross Stitch magazine, Whimsy Daisical mentioned this in her last video, or one of her videos, that she had purchased it on eBay from Japan. And I wanted it then, but I was like, I'm not going to pay that much for that book and get it just because I thought it was neat. I was like, I'm not going to pay that much for that book just because I think it's neat. And then I found it in the thrift store for 50 cents. So I grabbed that up and got it. Very, very excited about that book. And then I got some little tab caps from Tuesday morning to maybe make some needle minders out of them. But then I've got to find my glue to make the needle minders. Lost it. Put it away for safekeeping, and it, you know, stayed away. And then I got I got several of these. These are used to remove Mark Be Gone ink from fabric, and it's a water eraser pen. And there's one in the package. Oddly enough, I went to Tuesday morning and I got 3 of these. One was $1.99. Wait, 2 of them were $1.99 and one was 99 cents. I have no clue why one was cheaper than the other, but it was. And I will show you this one because it's already been opened and used, and they work great. It's got instructions on how to fill it. You fill it with plain water. It's got like this plunger thing, like you're giving a shot thing, like a, you know, syringe thing. You fill up the water, and then it's got this little nib on it, and then it's got this button that you press to wet this nib. And then once the nib's wet, you just kind of rub it on the fabric and it removes it. And that's perfect for like if you're gridding and you put one line in the wrong spot and you don't have to wash the whole thing. Or if you mark something like to note something and you want to take it off, you can erase just that one part without having to erase the whole grid line. But they do work. I mean, so far it works great. It's just it's just a pen filled with water with a nib on it. Each pen does come with an extra little nib. So really you're getting 2 pens for the price of 1. And I got several of them just because they were on clearance at Tuesday morning. Well, apparently one of them was on clearance. I thought they were all on clearance, but it was out of, you know, it was out of state, so I didn't take it back for the $1. It would have cost me more in gas to go and complain about the $1. But there that is. And then I found, hang on, it's not done yet. I made my first eBay purchase. Well, I've made purchases on eBay before, but they were always the buy it now. And this was my first, like, bidding, you know, war, bidding back and forth, which I think I only got overbid once. It wasn't really a war, but still. But it's Arabesco by Alessandra Adelaide. And it was a brand new chart from a store called JJ's Collectibles. And I think they sell online and they have a store, a brick and mortar store, and then they've got their eBay store too. And they sent a freebie pattern along with my purchase. I'll hold this up to where you can see it. JJ's Collectibles. It's in Kentucky. Their website is jjscollectibles.com and etsy.com. JJ's Cross Stitch. And then they have, of course, the online store. Was really impressed. The only complaint that I can say is that there wasn't a lot of communication. I as soon as I realized I won the bid, I did go ahead and pay the PayPal, invoice, and it kept saying that it had not shipped, but that it was going to be there on a certain day, but then it never changed to shipped. And I messaged them and asked, hey, I'm not sure, this is saying it's going to be here this day, had some issues with my mailman at times, is this shipped yet, do I need to keep my eye out for it, and didn't get a response. However, it came in great shape whenever it was supposed to. I was really impressed. So I mean, I just don't think they ever went in and actually changed it to shipped. So, but that's, if that's all that happened, then I'm fine with that. And then I found a quilt shop about an hour and 10 minutes from us who actually carries cross stitch stuff. They're just starting to carry their cross stitch stuff. All they really had right now was some shepherd's bush stuff and some Cosmo floss and some weak style works. Prices were okay, weren't the best in the world. They are going to the national market, and they said they plan to have more cross stitch stuff. They're from the kind of conversation that I gathered was that they're trying to kind of be a quilt shop and a cross stitch store, which is going to be awesome and horrible all at the same time. Then as I was leaving, the lady's like, oh, by the way, I don't know if it's worth it. I know you're you live a ways away, but we do have a cross stitch club every once a month on a Tuesday. It's on their calendar, and if you're interested, you come and you pay $5 and you get to join the club, and you sit and stitch for 2 hours in the shop. I'm like, what? So I will be trying that out. I think the next meeting is this coming Tuesday, and I've already told my husband I'm going. So I'm going to try to go and see how it goes. I'm really excited because I think I finally have like a cross stitch group, in real life. We do the hangouts, and I've got several friends that I Skype with and that kind of stuff. But it's different to actually sit with somebody. And then I got some Happy Mail. Crafty Kara and I were discussing some patterns that we had, and we decided to do a swap. Some of the stuff that I didn't want, we kind of swapped out some patterns. And she sent me this Just Cross Stitch magazine. And the reason she sent me this one was because it had a Noah's Ark. Love this Noah's Ark pattern. Make sure I'm not showing any other patterns. Just thought about that. Ooh. And, but that's it. Love it. And then she also sent me this Alma Lynn, and it's another Noah's Ark collector pattern. There that is. Oh, I forgot to tell you. At that shop that I went to, I purchased one of these needle minders. My son picked this one out because they were all so pretty. I told him to pick one out, and I shouldn't have gotten this one. So if you're ever getting, I don't even know what brand this is, but it's a Needle Nanny or something, and it's also got the little weird scissor fobs with the little spring on it. Anyway, if you get it from them, don't get this one. These are very sharp edges, and I cut my finger. I think I've got a piece of metal in my finger from the edge of this Needle Nanny, but whatever. And then I got some of the Peacemakers tapestry needles, and then I picked up some, where did it go? Anyway, I picked up some beeswax, the little container of beeswax, little clear container of beeswax. It's here somewhere. And I thought I would try that instead of the Thread Heaven, because on my Dragonfly I've noticed that the Thread Heaven's really building up, and the beeswax doesn't seem to build up as much. However, I have to reapply the beeswax, whereas the Thread Heaven I didn't have to. So it's kind of, I don't know which one I like the best yet. And then I got a postcard from Tanya from Red Cardinals Crafts, or either My Little Pink Cottage. She does a vlog on My Little Pink Cottage, and she does crafting stuff. She stitches a little bit on her Red Cardinal Crafts. I made a very small cross stitch for her of a cardinal, and I sent it to her, and because she had put up for people to do postcards with her through snail mail and kind of pen pal things. So instead of sending a postcard, I actually sent her a very small Christmas ornament size cardinal, red cardinal. And so she sent me this postcard back all the way from Bermuda. So it's got I wish I was there. There's a ½ inch of ice on the ground outside my house right now. So I really wish I was there. It's much warmer. But that is really everything. Not a lot. Sorry this was a kind of uneventful video, but I look forward to seeing you guys' videos, and I've really enjoyed seeing all y'all's progress. And I know some of you in the kind of northeast of America are pummeled with snow, so I expect to see a lot of stitching from you guys because y'all have no excuse. Y'all are all snowed in. Y'all, y'all aren't like us though in Georgia that, shut down the whole state for 2 inches of ice and snow. But that's really everything for now. Thanks for watching.